Good evening, palettes and mercs. Today we're going to be reacting to Text Talks Battletech, the Catapult. I'm looking forward to this one. We're getting very close to some of the lore of Battletech pretty soon, but we do have a couple of other battle mechs before we get to that point. And the episodes also get into the hour-long range, which is going to be, it's going to be pretty bad. Because we're already approaching like 40-minute episodes, so to keep this on the shorter side, we're just gonna get into it. Grab your snacks, grab your drinks, and let's get right into the film. Text Talks Battletech, the Catapult. It is time. I love how I see some of these mechs and faces that I'm gonna have to dig more into the lore to see who some of these people are. I think that was... I'm probably gonna mess this up, but I wanna see... Your house... I can't even tell what house you are. Like, this is how bad it is. I think you're Draconis, just given your outfit. That or House Mark. I mean, you're sitting upon a throne like that. I'd probably say Draconis. Definitely looks like the style of haircut for it. Sadly, I don't think any of the other pictures are relevant in this case. Does that battle mech have like a skirt to it? What was... You know what? No, we're moving on. We're moving... I'm gonna get caught up in the like first 5-10 seconds, so we're gonna be here for like 40 minutes of me just trying to look over some of these stock photos.
Howdy, folks. Tanks of the Black Pants Legion here, and here we are again on Text Talks Battletech. Firstly, I've been getting a lot of flack by trash-talking the clans incessantly. So...
You mean... Well, I could say, you mean inner sphere scum. You see, nobody likes the clans. Like, again, this is coming from somebody who doesn't much... Like, I left House Davion. I was like, I'm sorry. I'm just tired of all the princes fighting. I could care less about politics. This is totally in style for Text to say, you seem mad.
I'll start with this. I'll be nice and say the following clans were mostly okay. Mostly.
Okay,
for
okay.
the most part.
He's trying his hardest, and I feel...
See? There's a list. Yep,
Clan Smoke Jaguar belongs down here beneath my boot. Haven't even really heard of you. Diamond Shark, from what I've heard, basically they got the peasant treatment, and they're mostly ran by their peasants. That are more aptly the working caste, which is kind of fucking hilarious at that point. Clan Coyote, never really heard of you. Wolverines, same thing. Ghost Bear. They have a mean mech. Still haven't played that Mechwarrior 2 Ghost Bears yet, so I have no idea really who and what they are. Clan Wolf. We've definitely had a run-in with Clan Wolf before, so I kind of know what they're like. They're all right. Like for Clan... Yeah, they're all right.
Joy.
Much honor, much... Wow. amateur football team. Cool guys that don't play it well with others. Yeah, I wonder why. OG Lords of Being Bling. I mean, look, how do you lose? How do you lose to the warrior cast? Like, I'm sorry. They belong on the floor with some cobwebs and dust. How do you lose to your own damn people? Ugh. Genetically engineered new board. No. This one just belongs in the fireplace. Because Smoke Jaguar, they are like the worst of the worst.
And there we go. Shit talking mostly over for now, as I can already hear the keyboard warriors blazing a path of hate in the comments below. So let's move on to the...
Yes, but it drives engagement to the video, so who's really winning at the end of the day? YouTube. YouTube is the correct answer to that. Because at the end of the day, we're looking over the comments going, I don't get paid enough for this shit. Because YouTube took my monetization because I played 20 seconds of Another One Bites the Dust.
The meat of this episode.
That I didn't even know I played.
Losing their goddamn minds. This episode is about the Catapult, which, believe it or not, even though it's a niche mech, I really like.
Okay, even for me not necessarily liking LRM systems, I do have respect for the... I didn't previously much care for LRM systems. Again, this is a Mechwarrior perspective. From Battletech and tabletop, LRMs are fine. Like, from those perspectives, they work a lot better and they facilitate themselves a lot better. Because in the games, the targeting computer doesn't work very well at all. Like, I usually joke about the fact that the targeting computer is literally inner sphere garbage. And somehow the clan's targeting computer is worse. Go figure. So if you hear me saying stuff like, oh, the LRMs aren't that great, again, it's from the game's perspective, and for some reason, the targeting computer kind of glitches out every once in a while to where it will show you enemies far away because you have to be able to see them, especially in like Warzone contracts. But then you will lose sight of them a couple seconds later, almost like a UAV. And then when they get closer, that same effect still applies, but yet you should still be able to see them because you have either A, line of sight, or B, they've already been tagged at that point and they're within 500 to 800 meters. Even if you couldn't hit them, you still are able to see that they're there and just, it doesn't show up. It's super weird. But
chosen by the polls were discussing
the Catapult has my respect.
You would have seen
and the
these
LRM
polls
system
if you had notifications turned on, or had them not disabled by YouTube.
Yeah, this was a while ago.
Because YouTube these days makes as much sense as casting John Wayne as Genghis Khan.
The more things change, the more things stay the same.
Yeah, that actually happened. Also watch people start posting about how the Conqueror killed John Wayne because of the Downwinders nuclear test controversy. But
we can't play the audio
this ain't a top 10 video, so put that shit away for now.
Sometimes.
In short, yes, I listen to my fan base. Yes,
100% based. I always try to listen to my fan base if I can get the feedback to work. I will definitely do what my pilots ask. Now, sometimes I may just flat out forget something, or like as soon as I go off and do something else, it just poof, just disappears out of my mind. But I do genuinely try to implement every single thing that everyone mentions on my videos as well. So this is absolutely based how he's doing this and continues to do that.
In the comments. Yes, I allow you guys to steer this series. So this is partially your fault.
Yes.
Enjoy the blame. So back to the main point. Bearing in mind I don't want my editor to sue me for Battletech-induced psychosis.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm having a great time. This is just... Don't fucking touch me!
Let's keep this diatribe as focused as we can while hitting the important points. Yes, that means I may not be covering your super custom retrofit battlefield version that has 60 MGs for killing squirrels.
Tex, I know you watch these videos sometimes. I have seen you in the comments. I feel like you call me out every single time with these. I know you're not calling me out directly, but sometimes it feels like you do, because you know the community way too well when it comes to this. Also, I absolutely love the array of parts here. I really need to do I really need to do a hand cam stream sometime of me just putting together some of these mechs. It would be a lot of fun. It would be a lot of fun just to put these together. Catapult looks like so much fun
Okay.
on this one.
Probably.
Probably
or not.
Yeah.
Again, I hear it.
Why are we using the Cat 2 version? I mean, to be fair, I did put 2 autocannon 20s on a catapult. So I guess I don't have room to speak on that one.
Keyboards rising in protest. Calm thyselves, ye majestic nerd herd. We'll get through this, and we'll get through this together.
Yes, we
For
will.
the purposes of the catapult, we start like most good stories, at the very beginning. The year is 2561, and the Terran hegemony still exists. That's pre-Star League for those of you not in the know. So the galaxy we will explore more fully in this series is still in its infancy. Star League won't exist for...
Yes, it's a mad cat. This picture here is because it's cool, not because it's historically accurate. I mean, yeah, that is fair.
For another 9 years. These are the crazy early years of Terran-centric government and warmongering. So the initial run of catapults was made from 2561 to 2563 by Hollis Incorporated to fulfill defense contracts for the Terran hegemony, but sadly, when the contract came up for negotiation and renewal a few short years later, the hegemony said no.
Well, that sucks.
This is not a reflection on the quality of the catapult. The catapult is fucking awesome. I need you to understand something, though. Something about military bureaucracy and government contracting. Government...
It is an absolute nightmare. No, it truly is. It truly is. So, when it comes to these sorts of contracts, you will always have somebody trying to spend a hell of a lot more money. It's usually 10 to 1 on these sorts of contracts. So a bolt that you would get from the hardware store will usually cost you about 40 bucks. Actually, no, that's about right. Yeah. So when it comes to aircrafts, mechs, tanks, they're going to be a hell of a lot more expensive than they are here. And usually you have a lot of companies vying for the contract. So you'll have usually the military branches, IRL, trying to vie for various weapon contracts. The XM7 Spear comes to mind. At least I think that was what it was called. That replaced the M16A4 for the... Was it the M16A4? Oh, I want to say it was. For the Army. So now they have this DMR platform like they did back in the day with the M14 or the... why can't I think of the other rifle? It doesn't matter. Anyway, to bring this back to Battletech, I think I kind of know where this is going. It's either going to be super expensive, somebody else wanted a contract and try to weasel their way into this contract, or maybe it goes in a different direction. Who knows? I'd like to see where it goes.
Don't always make good choices when it comes to the procurement of weapons.
Yes, this is accurate.
You see, most government defense contracts are somewhat decided by committees and corruption. For every weapon system in development, there's a long road to consider. There's red tape. Bullshit. More bullshit. Red tape. Graft. 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 The military-industrial complex. Graft. Payouts in briefcases. Graft, and of course, graft.
Graft.
And like a graham cracker crust, it's all baked in the warm embrace of corruption. I'm, of course, referring to fictional accounts, because surely this does not take place in the real
IRL.
world. That would...
He's not going to say it. I'm going to say it. There's corruption everywhere. Believe your eyes. Because they don't lie to you.
Be far too much to take to assume that those in charge of these supremely expensive programs would then inherit lucrative private sector jobs after everything was greenlit. And as well,
that's crazy.
There's the consideration that Hollis made the Battlemaster, which was better received by those in the professional stompy death machine business, despite being nearly the very definition of underwhelming. Even though initially only produced for 3 fucking years, the Catapult was widely fielded by the Hegemony and the Star League Defense Forces after that in a fire support capacity. What's fire support, you ask? Well, that's the military term for the guy who stands in the back, kill-stealing while the rest of you soak up returning fire. Oh, fine. I guess you want a visual aid to understand this.
Yes, please.
No worries, fam. I got you.
Yes, please. We can always use a visual aid. Oh my god. A Pokemon-style Mechwarrior goes hard. Something using DFX. Planner uses confidence too. Stark uses nope.
So now that you understand more about what a catapult does, and about the inner sphere method of waging war badly, let's get back into our history books.
Optimal engagement range. This is no. You want to know what this is? This isn't just Imperial.
You understand
this isn't
more
inner
about what a
sphere
catapult
optimal
does,
range.
and about the inner sphere method of waging war badly.
Hold back up for a second. Optimal inner sphere engagement range. No. Replace inner sphere with just, this is optimal engagement range for me. If I'm not right up in the enemy space, just absolutely unloading with everything I've got.
Let's get back into our
it's not a
history
fight
books.
I was meant to win.
So when the Star League had itself a proper civil war, collapsing like a cardboard house in a hurricane, SLDF commander, all-around mostly decent person, Alexander Kerensky, decided to leave the Inner Sphere to its own devices, taking with him the bulk of the military, including most of the catapults, which then left the lowly Capellans holding the lion's share of the remaining stockpiles. You see, Hollis Incorporated ran a modest factory in Capellan space, cranking out a handful of new models and spare parts for them. A modest boon for the Capellan state, which ended during the First Secession War. I'd love to do a series on the Secession Wars as a whole, but let me
Sadly,
have a moment
I need to read up about the Succession Wars, because again, I know of them. Like, I kind of know like the basic cliff notes. Succession War, Succession War, Succession War, clan invasion, everything got messed up. Technology isn't quite there until clan invasion, and then the memory helm. But that's really about it. The specific details of different events in the galaxy is way beyond what I know, unfortunately.
Explain the following to you. In the First Succession War, many things outright disappeared from the Inner Sphere. Things like civility, social development, industrial competence, justice, long lifespans, ethical.
I mean, to be fair, if you're in a Mechwarrior cockpit, if you're a Mechwarrior like in a cockpit, you weren't going to have a long life anyways. So,
considerations for your fellow man. Reason. Millions of people, housing, environments, planetary ecosystems holding people responsible for their actions, rule of law laws, the greatest majority of jump ships, and nearly every warship in existence, hundreds of years of industrial golden age, and lastly, the Hollis factory.
Yeah, without the factories, you're not really going to be.
The Catapult remained a relative rarity. For a time, anyways. You have to understand that during this time, war destroyed so much of the industrial base that invasions often hinged on who could secure steel and utilize the...
Something is not right about this picture. Something is wrong with this picture, and I'd like a source for it, because I would like a source on this one, if at all possible. Like, it just looks a little out of place.
Greatest number of production spares.
I'm not exactly sure what's going on
hundreds of years
there.
later, in 3033, that the Catapult began to emerge in significant numbers again, as the Draconis Combine decided to restart domestic mass production. By the time the clan came to strike at the Inner Sphere, they found centuries-old catapults to be still fielded, some examples having survived generations of pilots, bad ideas, and failed governments. Despite the abuse, neglect, and damage, they still work. Even out in the periphery, there were surviving examples of the original production run, kept running by God knows what space magic. But
space magic basically being the techs just keeping this damn thing alive with any spare parts they can salvage or patchwork frames to make the damn thing run. But new technology wasn't really going to be available until the memory, the helm memory core, I think.
Still defiantly there and doing their job. So why would people use something so obviously ancient, antiquated, and simple? Well, because it fucking works, dum-dum. Let's get down to why. Nothing, and I mean nothing, about the Catapult is particularly complicated. It's a cockpit on legs that shoots missiles out of boxes.
And this is really why I like the Catapult as well. like, I don't, like, I've never really had a particular fondness to, like, field it necessarily. But if I was gonna field this in, like, if I had a Lance in, say, a Battletech or a Mech Commander sort of framework, I would definitely think about fielding this thing, because you do have that long range element and it works really well for fire support. Also, you can play checkers on the top of this thing. It's really cool. Nuclear attack fees. Yes, because nothing says good morning Vietnam, Vietnam, like an arrow 4.
That's pretty much it. It's a walking MLRS. And because those missile boxes are detachable, people tend to slap whatever fits on the shoulders. That means the catapult is sometimes also a cockpit on legs that shoots other things out of boxes or other attachments or whatever. It's also fairly moddable because the inner sphere has 0 design standard when it comes to this sort of thing. Because in the
I'm gonna make a statement about what I'm seeing here. I know a lot of people are gonna be upset when I say this, but here we go. This is a Shadow Cat. This is a heavyweight Shadow Cat at this point. Well, okay, maybe I'm being a little bit too. I mean, yes, it doesn't have a Gauss cannon or goose rifle, but this is a what, 65-ton Shadow Cat at this point. Like, let's be real. Let's be real here. This is a heavyweight cat, Shadow Cat at this point.
inner sphere, if you can afford to do it, you will probably do it. The standard catapult is a 65-ton machine that's moderately maneuverable, jump jet capable, and carries 10 tons of armor. It also carries 2 LRM-15s and 4 medium lasers. Again, thanks to being unsophisticated, many of these war machines were kept running through a total dark age of technology, as their engines and weapons systems required no great expertise to manufacture, repair, or replace. Before you say, yeah, so what? I want you to think on something really quick.
Hey, what the hell? No. Now the pilots are going to be acting up in the comments. Look, I don't care what you're into, but do it on your own time. We don't
making a fusion engine that could withstand several hundred years of bad maintenance by Billy Joe Bob, using nothing more complex than half a toolbox and a 4th grade education. Yeah, the catapult is impressive. Also, to be fair, I have to say this, being that everyone liked them and wanted to keep them running, coupled with an ease of modification the catapult has.
Honestly, I can absolutely see it, and I respect the fact that they kept this damn thing running for years. Because again, it is stupid simple. It's basically, it's like the awesome for me, because I think PPCs kind of were lost technology for a little bit, but I don't know, the standard PPCs, I think we're okay. But again, it's stupid simple. Like, there weren't that many parts missing from the awesome that you couldn't find during those ages, I don't think. Unless, again, maybe the PPC went by the wayside a little bit, but I don't think so. Yeah, I think it's very much like the catapult here. I can definitely understand why a lot of pilots would love this thing. It doesn't have complicated systems. It works well. It does everything it needs to. It's a really solid mech. I can appreciate
Variants.
that, even if I don't field it
It
myself.
has so many variants.
Oh
It has
boy.
so many variants that my editor would shoot rock salt into his eyes out of a shotgun if I made him list them all. So let's just touch on the quote design philosophy unquote of Catapult modification.
Fair enough.
Here goes. 1. If it fits, it works. 2.
So I did put 2 autocannon 20s on a Catapult. So basically I made a rifleman out of the Catapult. So that was fun. Goose rifles as well. That definitely did happen as well.
If it works, do it.
Yes.
3. Fuck you, it's a catapult. 4. You're not my mom. I do what I want. Okay,
Yes,
now let's agree on those principles and say there are variants.
That is exactly what happens when I go into the mech lab. I go and make cursed things and do things to chassis that really didn't deserve it, but what can I say? I make effective machines unless they overheat, which then, well, either everything in front of me died within the shot that I took, or it's about to all go up in a nice fireball that will be seen from orbit. Either way, I have succeeded. Fuck you.
Of the catapult that makes sense, or more sense than others, like the C1B variant for the Royal SLDF regiments, having double heat sinks and ferrofibrous armor plus case to ensure it doesn't explode for 80 days when you hit it. Makes sense. The Royal regiments having wanted a premium catapult experience.
I was about to say, like, I don't see why you would need double heat sinks for LRM-15s. Sure, they get hot, but it's like, I feel like you could still run single heat sinks and be just fine. This is the Royal variant, though, so it's like, guess I have to make sure that this thing runs
So they
smoothly.
got the fancy armor and the non-shit heat sinks. There's also the C3 model, which puts Aero 4 artillery in place of LRMs, because what's better than big missiles? Bigger fucking missiles, of course. And that statement makes sense.
Look, Aero 4 system is great, but there's just one problem. It holds very low ammo. It always does. No matter what you do, you're probably only going to get about, realistically, you're going to get about maybe 20 to 40 shots out of that Air Force system. Like, even in some of the crazy ass designs I have for, like, I had one system for the longbow that houses 120 shots, and that's on a longbow. Right? It's not much bigger than a catapult. And that thing is basically, it's fast, but it's not, like, you're going to get 120 shots. You can get more out of SRMs, MRMs, MMLs, rocket launchers, LRMs, basically anything else, right? Anything else under the sun, it's going to have a lot more ammo. Especially when you try to put it on the Irby or I put it on a Locust. That was, it took so much patchworks, duct tape, hopes and dreams, but it works. I would imagine it's very stable. But I managed to field it. I wouldn't trust that thing with my life, but yeah, Aero Force system doesn't hold that much ammo.
And
Anyway.
if it makes sense to you, guess what? You're a catapult pilot.
It makes
Then
sense.
there's what
yes.
Kurita did. Turn a missile boat into a PPC brawler and add more heat sinks, delete the jump jets, and whatever. I mean, these guys make great strategic choices. Oh, Kurita. Never change.
I think the K2 is an abomination. Yes, that's rich coming from me, but like, yes, it makes sense. You should absolutely do it. However, why?
I mean, these guys make great strategic choices.
Doggone it.
Oh,
No.
Kurita.
Anyways, why would you put two PPCs on a catapult? Where's the third one? No, I'm sorry. Where's the third PPC? Because if we're gonna put two on that damn thing, why not put three? Put one in the central torso. Like, you went in to do this, and then now you're gonna chicken out on the third PPC. Let's do it. Because if it's gonna act like an awesome, or if it's gonna act like a hellspawn, then give it that third PPC so that way
Never
it can
change.
compete on the battlefield. But I don't know. Let's move on.
There's some really fascinating builds, though.
A weapon
like
to
the H2, which came out of the
expectations.
periphery. Turns out being cut off from everyone and with limited access to spares meant that you put whatever fits into the mech and just go with it. Like a club
True.
sandwich drunkenly made from leftover groceries, the H2 has a bit of everything. PPC? Check. Medium lasers? Check. 8 rocket launcher 20s? Sure, why not?
I'm sorry, what? A rocket launcher 20. Oh, okay. That's why
Again,
not?
Catapult
I love
philosophy.
this build.
If it
so
fits
far.
in those mounts, fucking do it.
If
Here's
it fits,
where we
I
boil
sit.
down to why this thing is so damn useful. Name me a weapon system that worked for 500 years with mediocre upkeep and maintenance at best, and still survives as a beloved instrument of warfare centuries after it was built. Name me a weapon system that has spawned invasions just to capture its spare parts. Name me a design philosophy that's so constant over the centuries that it's copied endlessly to the point that, well, now that the intertube...
I'll put a contender. I name the Hunchback. And you can try to tell me I'm wrong, but the damn thing is a 50-ton battle mech that can be almost infinitely, messed with in order to give it its weapon systems. Now, you can field an AC-20, you can field about, I think it was like 6 to 8 lasers, something like that. You can just go out all out with flamers. You can do whatever the hell you want with that chassis. Like, it doesn't matter. So it's like, yeah, I named the Hunchback for that one. I don't know about invasions for parts. Like, I think it was a little bit more of an underdog, but like, if I was going to say one chassis, it would be that one, but...
Tough guys are distracted writing a thesis below, starting with
Well,
beloved,
yes, but actually,
well,
no.
actually, I can move on. Also, fuck you, clanners. I was nice earlier. You want me to take your trophy away? No, you don't, because it's nice and it makes you feel important, like your sense of honor and questionable dress code. I normally don't make fun of how people dress.
You don't leave much to the imagination, ma'am. And y'all think this jumpsuit is revealing. Like, y'all are just like, oh, she must fast quite a bit. Like, I'm looking over at this girl and I'm going, where do I even start with this anyway?
But I look like an extra from the Duluth Trading Company catalog, and, well, you guys look worse than that.
These are Tex's actual pants. He wears these all the time. He doesn't work as a contractor. He just wears these. Honestly, those are actually really cool. Like, I don't know if this is weird to say, but like, those actually look like really cool pants because they have pockets. They have real deep pockets. So that way you can put things into your pockets. Like, see, there are no pockets on this damn jumpsuit. Like, I would kill for a pair of these pants. Like, come on now. And no, don't give me that. I'm a merc. I commit war crimes on the daily. It's only the Aries suggestion, not the
Seriously.
convention.
You think you'd fight people less if you felt better about yourselves, maybe. Just thinking out loud here. Okay, moving on. At 5.7 million space bucks, you don't have to be a genius to see the value in one. As well,
Wait,
chances are the
it's like
previous owner has
5.7
either
million.
one,
Yeah,
worked out
that's
all
actually
the
really
problems
cheap
long
for
before
one.
now, or two, died in the process of stupid modifications, so you know what not to do. This is a win-win for any checkbook. And as well, you could afford to throw these things 4-to-1 against any Mad Cat or similar level threat, as the Inner Sphere and Periphery did. God bless you, Inner Sphere. So, if you're interested in knowing more about this universe, please check out the link below or at the end of this video for another content creator's perspective. I think you'll appreciate what insight and knowledge he has about Battletech, and that he definitely seems to give a genuine fuck about the setting.
Oh, shoot. We're going to have to... I need to finally get to the lore, and I think Tex is also going to get to the lore here soon, so we might have to check out Critical Rocket at some point.
A tourist trying for quick views before moving on. If instead you want to read along, Sarna.net is an amazing resource and probably the best fan wiki on the internet. Fuck you, Wikipedia. You have an entry on water. Water, with a list of fucking appearances where you will find water. What the fuck? Anyways, Sarna good, support Sarna. Please. I'm strangely already in Wikipedia, but if I could make it into Sarna, I'd really consider my life complete. Please don't edit me in there, because that's a dick move. I need to earn that spot the correct way, by being an asshole. Speaking of...
I'm sorry, the catapult with arms like a mad cat just... It disturbs me. But again, some of the earlier models of the mad cat, we're talking like first or second edition of Battletech, was just a catapult with arms and a LRM system. To be fair, take that with a grain of salt. That's what I was told in some of the comments. I don't know if that's necessarily true. So again, it's what I'm hearing from the Battletech community. I just listen to y'all with great interest as I try to discover more about this universe. So if I'm wrong...
Wrapping up here, I'm gonna say this. I love my fans and I enjoy the spirited debate that erupts in the comments below, regardless of what I bitch about. Remember, we all love the same things, which is this awesome setting. Let's keep things simple and respectful.
Yes, please.
Unless you're a Smoke Jaguar. Hey, Smoke Jaguar, remember when you had a clan?
Smoke Jaguar, remember when you started talking shit? Especially in the Circle of Equals. Remember Commander, what was it, Ratosh Osis? Good times.
Wow. Well, now that that's handled, next up is a space story. And after that, well,
no.
poll decided. So yeah. And now a word from our sponsors.
Oh, sponsors. You know what? We'll watch it. Just support them.
What an asshole. Oh, hey, didn't even see you come in there, which is scary because you could have murdered me. I'm the editor, and I just got two things.
Not
One,
gonna
I
do
have a
that.
Twitch channel called The Courtesy Flush, where I hang out with my buddies on a couch and we play video games together. It's a very quiet, comfy stream. That is until Tex comes and interrupts the stream with his stories about how he gave a clown leukemia on Space Station 13 for the 10th time.
I'm coming through the TV.
What?
You are the television. I am the power of television. I will destroy you with the power of my voice.
Also, thank you so much for being supportive of this kind of content. And also, since Tex is an asshole, I've decided to do this. This is his Mechwarrior online ID. Feel free to find him, harass him, and shoot him in the face, and even send him some of the worst mechs you could think of. If you're a clanner, don't send him an urban mech. He has hundreds of those things. He likes them a lot for some reason. Anyway.
Because urban mechs are based, and I will not hear it. Instead, you should probably send him, trying to think of the worst offender of the clan mechs. Off the top of my head, I'm going to say the... Gosh, I don't know. Maybe a Daiichi. Yeah, maybe a Daiichi. We'll start there. We'll start there and just kind of figure out which one. To be fair, I think I need to watch more of the Tex Talk series to see which one he doesn't like, because I don't think I know enough. I don't know which mech would actually do it, but we'll see. Again, I don't condone that. Please do not go and harass Tex. I don't think any of you actually would. I'm just saying, for the record, please do not do that.
They're not like any battle mechs I've ever seen.
Your insolence has provoked the fury of the clans. Prepare to be destroyed.
Not this.
Hi, this is Discount Dan of
I
Discount
still
Dan's
need to
newly
go
incorporated
watch
and
that.
not at all illegitimate spare parts emporium. The last place burned down in a freak accident / tax avoidance scheme that's not quite made it to the courts yet, so I'm gonna pass these savings on to you. Now you might be saying, Discount Dan, did you sell catapults? Well yes, I did, until a man came in and said he wanted a hunchback, and I was so excited, until he started screaming profanity and using my inventory to shoot at my inventory and customers. Turns out, he was crazy, or it was a neurohelmet malfunction.
I mean, yeah, it was probably a neural malfunction, but hey, I want a hunchback. I will take your entire stock, as a matter of fact.
Or maybe I was negligent and failed to make sure ammo wasn't in the hopper, popgun goes off, excitement happens, whatever, irrelevant. I'm not here to dwell on the past. Let's talk about the savings I can pass on to you today. We got the world's largest supply of gently used catapult parts, bits, pieces, shrapnel, scrap, and firefighting equipment. You might be asking yourself, Discount Dan, why all this stuff and why the hard sale? Well, I'll level with you. I'm in kind of a hurry because any minute now.
Sir, I've warned you about this. Stand by for incarceration procedures. Just don't resist.
Shit, run! But not too fast. It's only an urban mech.
Sir, you cannot outrun a radio.
I'm a free man traveling the land. I'm recording you. I'm gonna sue you. I'm beyond your laws. I'm a free man traveling. I'm a citizen of the sphere. Call your supervisor.
Mechwarrior Online is a fantastic game. Yes, it is.
What's happening, man?
The sarcasm
Look here, I wanna
is
ask you a question.
only partially true. Only partially true.
Does that look like wild parsley to you? You mean that marijuana?
What?
Oh, well, this is a Gluger. You will find that once long ago, people bought guns for their aesthetic value rather than any practical purpose. They shared images, if you would, on a very primitive internet. And they never shot their firearms despite collecting massive arsenals. It's worth about 50 C-bills.
Fair.
Aufklärungswanda, Herr HQ. Status frei. Kommen. Hier Friedrich 1. Keiner weiß, dass wir hier sind. Ich bin auf den Gouverneur getreten.
I
Die
used
Aufnahmen läuft hervorragend.
The scouting goes well. Yes, because if nobody's alive to report the fact that you were there, your stealthing was successful.
Verstanden. Weitermachen mit Operation Ninja und denkt daran. Heimlichkeit ist optional.
Remember, stealth is an option. Yes, it is an option.
So here I am, calm down, juice in hand, and I'm going to read the credits.
That sounds like a lot of
First
caffeine.
few things, I'm gonna answer some questions. One, I'm probably not going to talk about Mech Assault. It's apocryphal and non-canonical. It's as legit in the universe as fan fiction. While somewhat entertaining, it's Battletech and theme only. Kind of like that Sega Genesis game that was pretty okay, if strange. It was strange, but hey, it was fun. Second...
I agree with that. Like, I do agree with where he's come from on that. I thought it was a very arcadey style. It was an arcadey style game for the Xbox console to bring people into the setting. But it was definitely like a gateway to Mechwarrior as a whole. It was not there to be... It was there to be a off-brand Mechwarrior or Battletech, essentially, for the consoles. It was there for people to find out about Mechwarrior and Battletech by extension off of that, but I don't think it was there to actually be a part of the Mechwarrior series as a whole. Now that I think Mechwarrior 5 and others are there, I think it's less necessarily relevant, but it's still worth a play. I absolutely love those two games. Because again, it has that arcadey feel. You just jump in, you play it, it's fun. And then you can just log right off afterwards and everything's fine. So I get where he's coming from with that, though. I think once you get more into Battletech, into the slower, more methodical side of things, it becomes less relevant, which absolutely makes sense.
Question I keep getting asked. Where can I find Space Station 13 stories? I don't know. Maybe this playlist. Or this one. I mean, altogether that's years, literally years of Space Station 13, going back to 2011. I mean, it's 700-ish episodes. It's probably gonna last you the rest of your life, or interest in Space Station 13. Maybe give that a look. In terms of...
I love how his editor gets paid in bacon. I honestly, I would take that deal. Wait, what type of bacon are we talking about? Are we talking about that Oscar Mike, like microwave bacon? Or are we talking like the good smoked apple bacon? Because I would go for that. Yeah, I would go for that.
Telling Space Station 13 stories, I'm probably not gonna do that. There's going to be a run of people trying to tell these stories, much like channels that make a run of retelling other people's work for profit using a Microsoft Sam voice and then pocketing the money. God, we live in strange fucking times.
We do. Agreed.
Next, I have considered a BPL podcast. Considered it. Usually the sign of a bad channel running out of ideas, so that probably means it's long past me, or time for me to do it. Oh, God. Next question. When will you cover blank mech here? Usually it's going to be when I get around to it. I have polls. Yep. I encourage people to vote in them. Typing the same mech like 50 times probably isn't going to help, though. Gotcha. Just saying. Next question I see a lot. Do you play Mechwarrior online? Yes. Yep. Name has been provided by the editor, so you can shoot me in the face if you see me around. Please don't send me Max. I don't want a Kodiak with a long attached diatribe as to why the Kodiak is the best thing ever. It's got claws, it looks goofy. There, that's all you need to know about it. All right,
I mean, he's not
riff
wrong.
on the credits. Let me have a few more drinks and we'll get into this. Hey, Goat. Play me some music to read the credits so I don't just ass blast clanners while names go by.
I gotcha, fam. We shoot the sick, the young, the lame, and we do our best to make.
What is this? I'm not sure.
Napalm sticks to kids.
Oh God, no.
Cross the cheese. Pilots doing what they please. Dropping frags on refugees. Napalm.
Maybe something else. I'm already super duper turbo demonetized.
Yes, you and me both are gonna be demonetized super quick.
Opening some beans. I focus on the beans.
Why beans? No, we've already had enough of beans.
Okay, fuck it. Just play Tristram.
Que porra é essa? Eu não posso tocar o que eu quero, cara. Puta que pariu, porra.
I don't even know what's happening anymore, but you know what? I love this.
All right. Yeah, damn it. Yeah, let's just listen to music this time around. Oh yeah, some things in the credits maybe that need to be addressed. These are the people from the Patreon. They're nice people. They tend not to demand much. I keep telling them to not give me money. I write posts about don't give me money. And it's the end of the month. Now would be a good time to not pay me money again, as you're about to get charged again for something you shouldn't pay for. And most of them stick around. Kind of like my fan base. Kind of weird. Oh, some
Absolutely.
things to talk about, because YouTube's not going to let me link everything in the end credits like they used to. So, Goat's the music man. Goat does the musics. He's playing the guitar right now. We've got Kumakin. He wrote a lot of the background track stuff. Pretty great guy at that. The editor has a channel. It's called The Courtesy Flush. It is on YouTube and Twitch. It's very fucking comfy viewing, and I really think you should check that out. And yeah, here's some links to the next Tex Talks Battletechs. And if you want to fucking know what I'm going to talk about next, maybe interact with the comments and such, because I put that on polls some time ago. See you later, fuckers.
It is always fantastic to see
Is he gone? All right.
Sounds like he is, yeah.
Oh, give me a locus where the gravitas focus, where the three-body problem is solved, where the microwaves play down at 3 degrees K, and the cold virus never evolved. Oh,
How long until his text comes in?
Grange, where the space debris always collects.
It's actually really well done. Like, I know it's a joke,
So
but
it
like,
seems to a man's greatest dreams.
the way that he's
Solar power and zero G sex. We eat algae pie. A vacuum is high.
Okay, I'm out.
Our ball bearings are perfectly round.
I was really thinking Texas.
You're
gonna
not
come
my mom. I do what I want.
Remembering May 20th, 3052. Oh, we'll get to that very, very soon. Because remember, the clanners fucking lost. But yeah, I always love it when Tex does videos about mechs and whatnot. Like, the way his humor and the history go together is just flat out awesome. I need to get into the history, and we're just about to. I'm long overdue for it. It's like I know about them. I know about the history. It just doesn't. Again, I know some of the history, but I would love to know more about it. Because I tried to start way back in the beginning, like from the first bits of Terra, and I'm just like, by like hour 2, I'm just sitting there going, this is in no way relevant to the rest of like the timeline that I would be anywhere close to. So I'm just like kind of glazed over going, none of this makes sense. None of this like really connects to what's actually going on in like the actual mech universe that we're a part of. The Succession Wars, the clan invasion, and the timeline following that. So yeah, it'd be nice to see Tex cover that. It looks like the Battletech is going to be next, and I'm definitely looking forward to that. So if you want to have a look at the original video and support him, as you very much should, the link will be in the description or the card on the side. And with that, this has been Call Sign Annika, signing out.